why God Himself actually warned Adam and Eve. What people really do not understand is, yes, the Lord knew for a fact that Adam and Eve were going to eat of this fruit. But at the same time, just as we said in the first episode, God does not see one future. He sees multiple futures. He sees every future, which is the outcome of every choices we make. This is why you must understand that you and I have power over every one of our actions, but we do not have power over the outcome of our actions, because that is where God Himself reigns supreme. Understand that this is actually where God reigns supreme to each and every one of us. So now God already knew that they would do this. So He already knows what the outcome of this would be. So He already did add a plan. All the way from that particular beginning, He already did add a plan. But He had to warn them. He warned them for three different reasons. He warned them because He wanted them to obey. Number two, He warned them because He did not want them to actually go astray. Now, number three, which actually happens to be the most important one, He really did warn them so that they would not say they did not know. Because for once you are warned, you have to understand that every action in life actually does have consequences. So now, this they eating of the fruit itself, because I believe that they were not created as toddlers, they were created as adults. So the fact that they were created as adults, even in that particular presence, in the presence of God and the host of heavens, right? They were nothing than a child in their own mind. They were adults in their physical bodies and everything, but in the mind, they were just newborns. They were just newborns. And you have to understand that the Bible have actually not explained to us how many years they've lived in there, because the way the years in that particular place reigns is different from that of outside the Garden of Eden. Now, you have to see it from the dimension that it is not because they would not end up having to eat from the fruit, because God did not create man to be dumb. God did not create man to be stupid. But God believes, not just God believes, God understands that there is time for everything. And this is something that He wanted man to understand. They were too young in that particular extent to actually enhance or have access to such knowledge. This was the major thing. Not because it was not something that would be needed. Yes, man will still need to have access to this knowledge. But when it is time, when it is God's time, that is when man would have access to this knowledge. Not a minute before that.